Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatari Om Jnanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Om Jnanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Om Jnanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Shri Guru Bando Moe Savadhana Mate Bando Moe Savadhana Mate Jahara Prasade Bhai He Bhavato Riya Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hate Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hate Padma Vakya Chite Te Kodiya Kya Guru Mukha Arana Kori O Mani Asha Arna Kori Ho Mane Asha Shri rati aise uttama gati Shri Guru Shri Guru Charane Radhe Aise uttama gati Shri Guru Prasade pure sarva asha de prasad de prasade pure sarva asha Chakudan dilo se, janme janme Prabhu se, Chakudan dilo Chakudan dilo se, janme janme Prabhu se, Chakudan dilo Deve Jnana Hriday Prakashito Divya Jnana Hriday Prakashito O Prema Bhakti Jaha hoite Avidya Vinasha Jate Ma Bhakti Jaha hoite Oh, prema bhakti jaha hoite avidya vinasha jate prema bhakti Oh, virgai jahara charito Gai Jahara Charito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Pasamajanara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Pasamajanara Bandhu Lokanath Lokera Jivana Srila Prabhupada Lokera Jivana Oh ha Prabhu Koro Doya Deho More Pada Chaya Trusha Tribhuvana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Duipade Loila Sharana Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada पृष्ठाया भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadishatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai Vishnupad Paramhamsa Paripachakacharya Stotra Sadashi Srimad. His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON VVT Founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Vishnupad Paramhamsa Paripachakacharya Stotra Sadashi Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Thakur ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Premsikaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sham Mukund Radha Kunagiri Govardhan ki jai. Shri Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Shri Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Ganga Maya Jamuna Maya ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shrimati Tulsi Devi Maharani ki jai. Shugadharma Harinama Sankirtan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Books Distribution ki jai. Brihat Mridanga ki jai. Shishipar Makartai Gaur Chandra ki jai. Samaveda Gaur Bhaktavrinda ki jai. Natai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the Assembly of devotees. All glories to the Assembly of devotees. All glories to the Assembly of devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pachadini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashachadhishatadini. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only ways by which you can attain pure devotional service. I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is a perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scripture sings of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor and Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, please be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over 3 worlds. We take shelter at your lotus feet. You are the savior of the most fallen. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Hare Krishna, we'll go for Tulsi Artik. So like if everyone can please.
Hare Krishna. Srimati Tulsi Devi Maharani ki. Vrindayai Tulsi Deviyai Priyayai Keshavagnicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Sadavatyai Namo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulsi Deviyai Priyayai Keshavagnicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Sadavatyai Namo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulsi Deviyai Priyayai Keshavagnicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Sadavatyai Namo Namaha. Srimati Tulsi Devi Maharani ki. So this morning, Sunday Satsang, Sunday Love Feast, have been done on behalf of one of our member, sister-in-law, who would have passed away in India due to COVID-19 a year ago. So all the Guru Puja, Tulsi Artik, Kirtan, discourses, and also for each one of us while we are here and we want to make offerings on behalf of our loved ones, or on behalf of ourselves, of course, we can have that meditation. So the worship of Guru, the worship of Brinda Tulsi Devi, very auspicious, very important. After the Artik, we will all get an opportunity to circumambulate Tulsi Devi and pour 3-drop water at her roots and take her blessings. Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Priyasi Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Priyasi Namo Radha Krishna Seva Pavu Avilasi Namo Namaha tumara sharanalo tara vancha purnao Kripa kore koro tare Vrindavana base Morae avela Vilas kunjediyo mas Nayane revo sada Jugala ruparase Inivedana dada Sakiranu gata koro Sevadikara de koro nijadase Dina Krishna dasi kore namora Radha Govinda Premi Sarayana Bhati Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Priyasi Namo Namo Yani Kani Chapapani Brahmachare kanicha kanitani pranasyanti parakshina pare pare Yanikani cha papani brahmacharikani cha tani tani prana santi parakshana pare pare Yanikani cha papani brahmacharikani cha Tani tani prana santi parakshana pare pare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama. Jai Tulsi, Jaya Tulsi, Tulsi. Jai Tulsi, Jai Shri Tulsi. Jai Vindi, Jaya Vindi, Vindi. Jai Vindi, Jaya Shri Vindi. Shrimati Tulsi Devi Maharani ki Vrindai Tulsi Devi Ai Pariyai Keshava Gacha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Sadhvatya Yamo Namaha. Vrindai Tulsi Devi Ai Pariyai Keshava Gacha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Sadhvatya Yamo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulsi Deviyai Priyayai Keshava Gacha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Sadhvatya Yamo Namaha. Srimati Tulsi Devi Maharani ki. O Tulsi, beloved of Krishna, I bow down before you again and again. My desire is to obtain the service of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Whoever takes shelter of you has his wishes fulfilled. Bestowing a mercy in him, you make him a resident of Vrindavan. My desire is that you also grant me a pleasure grove in Sri Vrindavan Dham. Thus within my vision, I will always behold the beautiful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a four damsels of Braj. Please give to me the privilege of devotional service and make me only its servant. His very fallen and lowly servant of Krishna praise. May I always swim in the love of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Srimati Tulsi Devi Maharani ki. Hare Krishna. Everyone can please take your seats. Try to fill up from the front row, coming back. So I take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you here this morning for Sunday morning satsang or Sunday love feast.
Hare Krishna. So we'll begin this morning with a few minutes of the chanting of the Maha Mantra, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So we would like to request if all of you can join us in chorusing the chanting. So one person will sing and then all of us will join in chorusing.
So just the last prayer that we would have offered while we circumambulate the Tulsi plant. This is a translation for that prayer. You can listen to the translation and now you will understand how meaningful and what a blessing that we are getting to actually circumambulate in this lifetime, to circumambulate the Tulsi plant. But this is a translation. By circumambulation of Srimati Tulasi Devi, all the sins that one may have committed are destroyed at every step, even the sin of killing a Brahmana. So that indicates that, there are all kinds of sins, but the sin of killing a Brahmana appears to be very heavy. the reaction to that sin appears to be very heavy. So they're saying by circumlating the tulsi plant, by and offering her a few drops of water, one will become free from, one will destroy sin at every step. Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavare Pashachari Shatarine Namaste Saraswati
Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavare Pashachari Shatarine
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Gadadhara Srivasari
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Gaura
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Together, everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Krishna. So the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, the chanting of the holy name of Krishna is said to be most auspicious, that they are side effect of chanting the name of the Lord. One of those side effects is that the name of the Lord drive away, send out all inauspiciousness and brings in all auspiciousness. Bring happiness, bring peace and all that into our lives. But all those are described as side effects of the chanting of the name of the Lord. The chanting of the name of the Lord, the real essence or the real effect, the real impact, the real blessings, the real thing that comes from the holy name of the Lord is the love of God, Krishna Prema. That when one becomes a lover of God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, nothing else in this world doesn't matter. Or, in the same line, we may say that everything becomes meaningful. There will be clear, clean, crystal understanding of everything. When one becomes a lover of the Supreme Lord, one will see clearly how everything is connected and how everything is dependent, completely dependent on the Lord. Nothing is separate from Him. And that nothing cannot move, nothing cannot take place without His sanction, without His blessings, without His mercy. So this name, Namnama Kadi Bahuda Nija Sarva Saktish, Tatararpita Nimiyat Smarani Nakala, Ita Disi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi, Durdaivam Idisham Ianjanina Nugraha. That last line is our plight. It's our difficulty, it's our problem. That the holy name of the Lord is all attractive. That the name on the Lord is none different. And that the Lord invests all His potency in His name, such as Krishna, Rama, Govinda, Mukunda, Yadava, Hari. He invested all His potency in His name. And that He is none different from His name. And that His name can save us from all troubles, all trials, all tribulations. But Durdaivam Idishyam Ianjanina Nugraha. That, O my Lord, I am so unfortunate. Your name, your holy names are so attractive and so powerful. But I am so unfortunate, my Lord, that I have no attraction for them. Totally, I have no attraction for them. That is our difficulties. That is, our plight, our shortcoming. So, by being in satsang, by constantly hearing and chanting, gradually we'll, just like gradually dawn, gradually the night comes, and then gradually in the morning, again in the horizon, gradually the sun comes up, and all darkness disappears on the horizon. Similarly, a jaundiced patient at the present tastes everything bitter. You give them the most condensed form of sweet, still tasting it bitter. However, one of the cure for jaundice is rock candy or sugar candy. So it is described by constantly taking this sugar candy. Gradually, one start to regain one's taste, bit by bit. One start to taste a little sweetness, a little bit more sweetness, a little bit more sweetness, and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes till gradually one regain one full sense of taste, of tasting the sweet rock or sugar candy. So similarly, we are spiritually we are jaundice patient at the present moment. We don't have that taste for the holy name of the Lord. The holy name of the Lord is described as the sweetest thing in the entire creation. It is so much nectar, so much juice are there. But as jaundice patient, we are tasting it bitter. We are seeing it bitter. We are hearing of it bitter. We have a little particle of faith, and we take up a little chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By constantly calling in the name of the Lord, gradually one will start to regain one's taste. And as one continue on the path, one will regain one's full taste of reawakening once again our dormant love for the Supreme Lord, Krishna. So we like to do one bhajan, Bhaja Hure Mana, Shri Nanda Nandana, Abhaya Charanara Vrindari. So as we would have indicated a little earlier that this morning satsang is done on behalf of our dear Prakashji sister-in-law, who would have given up her body a year ago in Bhopal, India, due to COVID-19. And something amazing happened. I mean, many of us can remember seeing the news that they didn't, in Delhi and many places in India, they didn't have enough wood, they didn't have place to carry the body and cremate. And the pace that persons were giving up their bodies with, it was so difficult. So this situation was a very tough one. It was a very particular situation where the husband contract COVID-19, the eldest daughter, two daughters, the family of this couple. Eldest daughter, she was pregnant, and then the wife caught the virus, and the husband was locked away on one side, the wife was locked away at another side, the daughter couldn't have go get any at another side, the daughter couldn't have go get anyway close to them. She was about to, almost, a couple of weeks more for delivery. And this mother happens to give up her body while her husband was still locked away in quarantine. He couldn't have been there for her funeral. No one couldn't have been there. The daughter even couldn't have been there. One daughter is here at the Prakash discount store in Georgetown. So what we did then, by the grace of these cameras and this little gadget that Junior Chris have this idea and all this screen business and all that you're seeing here. We were able to conduct ceremonies for them from here. All the kirtan, all the wake, all the Gita, and everything done here. The Strata ceremony, the day of the cremation. The people couldn't have go there at the cremation site to do anything. You know, it was so bad. So we, you know, that was, and then of course all the relatives and friends and everybody in Guyana, in India, they were tuning in on Zoom. They were all in their homes and their cell phone, on Zoom, Facebook or YouTube. They were all tuning in. They attended the ceremony like that. So still, although we are trying to get out of coronavirus, Uncle Jagger here, so Uncle Jagnari knows what is going on out there more than us. Uncle Jagged have been very terrible. I don't know, maybe we'll have to lock away Chris for a few days. What is happening at the court system? They still have Zoom thing these days? Oh, it's good. Praise God. So he's a technical man at the High Court to do all their online cases on Zoom and all that. So I was thinking we have to lock him up in a room for a couple of weeks, and let's see what will happen, so that there will be no online live stream like you see in IPL cricket match or something like that. People are seeing on live, whatever you see, all these cameras, so whatever is going on here. The people at home attending satsang, and they're all hearing me, they're on Zoom, they are on Facebook, they are on YouTube. On 3 platforms, these guys are airing. So as a result, Uncle Jag, no one doesn't want to come to the mandir again. Everybody in the comfort of their home attending satsang. So you can see no congregation. It's tough to get back the people to come after, hopefully we can say after pandemic, I don't know. We still have to wait and see if this term will be conformed. Maybe in another year or so it will be conformed. The other day they were saying, Dr. Fauci said, we are not in pandemic anymore. So let's see. At least in the US he was saying, not that pandemic over, but I think he was saying that at least right now, we are not in pandemic. And we can see we are moving without mass here in Guyana. So yes, we can also safely say we are not experiencing pandemic right now, but you never know. It is so tricky, it is so hard and difficult to understand. We don't know what will happen next. And in the material world in the whole, we don't know what will happen next. So this is, by the grace of pandemic, Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, all the online platform becomes. So Bajahu Remana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vrindadi. Abhaya. So there is 2 words. There is Bhaya and Abhaya. Bhaya means fear or extreme fear, which pretty much we are all going through in the material world. But all of us wants to be in a situation, or wants to become fearless. We want to become fearless. We don't want to live in a situation that I am always fearful. No. How to become fearless? From being fearful to become fearless is an art, is a science. One may say, well, I am protecting myself from, so thick bulletproof glasses, walls, thick, metal walls. In Guyana, they say grill up the homes, the doors and the windows, right? All the holes in the walls, grill them up. And so many different ideas. Get a gun, get weapons, get security guards, get all, that you can do to protect yourself, to eliminate this fear, so that I'm not fearful anymore, I'm fearless. But amidst all those things, we can interview the people who have all those that we just mentioned and more, to see if really and truly all these things makes us become fearless. On the other hand, on the contrary, many persons become more fearful. No fearless, more fearful, more frightened, more alarmed than ever before. So the art of becoming fearless is mentioned in the first part of this bhajan. Bhajahu Remana Srinandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vrindadi Dulava Manava Janma Satsangi Tarahu Re Bhava Sinduri. O mind, the author of this bhajan, Govinda Das, addressing the mind. O mind, O my dear brother mine, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, Krishna. Just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, Krishna, which make one fearless. Having obtained this rare human birth, cross over the ocean of worldly existence through the association of saintly persons. That is the first part of the bhajan. Very beautiful. So you listen for the other part as we go through the bhajan. Bhajahure mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare.
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 Dulava manava janam satsange.
Durlabha manava janama satsange.
Dulava manava janam satsange.
Durlabha manava janama satsange.
Tarahure Baba Sindare.
Taro e bhava sindure.
Tarahure Baba Sindare. Sita tapa patavari sana edina jamin jagire.
Sita tapa patavari sana edina jamin jagire.
Dipala sevino Kripana Durjana
Vipale seveno Kripana Durjana
Chapala Sukalava Lagire
Chapala Sukalava Lagire.
Both in the day and at night I remain sleepless, suffering the pains of the heat and the cold, the wind and the rain. Oh my dear, for a fraction of flickering happiness, Govinda Das is saying, I have uselessly served wicked and miserly men. Dipala sevina Kripana Durjana
Vipale seveno
Kripana
Kripana Durjana
miserly men. Chapala Sukalava Lagire
Chapala Sukalava Lagire.
Vajahure mana Sinanda Nandan Abhaya Charanara Vindare.
Vajahure mana
Sinanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Hidanayavan Puja Parijana Ekiti Achipara Tetere.
Hanayobhana Putra Parijana Iteke Achipara Tetere.
Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala
Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala.
He continued to say in the third part of the bhajan, what assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members. Oh my dear, when this life is stuttering like a drop of water and a lotus petal. Therefore, he says, when the word therefore comes, it means, listen, listen. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. So a few key points. There are primarily 4 things in this world that we take pleasure in, we are proud of. If we have wealth, if we have youth, which means physical beauty also, sons, and if we come in a respectable family lineage. If my grandfather, my father, they're all reputable, rich, aristocratic, influential persons, then me coming in that line, we take pride. We take pride in that. Sons means at least if you have 4 sons, One is an engineer. One is a movie star. One is a Kendukar or a top of the line sports guy. And one is a doctor. And one is in UK, one is in US, one in Paris. Maybe you need the engineer one in Guyana now at this time. And when there is still health or youth in this body, and in this day and time, youth goes very quickly. You know, the people said that I'm young at the age of 51, but I said, no. I feel like, anytime you can just go. So that is one part of the bhajan, is questioning what assurance of real happiness is there in all of these things. Why? Kamala Dhala Jala Jivana Talamala. The words are there, the third line of the third part of the bhajan, the third line. Kamala Dhala Jala Jivana Talamala. You see how good he is, Krishna? He can just highlight it for you immediately. So Kamala, like the lotus leaf out there, Kamalgata, the purine leaf, the lotus leaf, the Kamalgata, the Kamala, the lotus leaf. So when there is a little drizzle pass, some drops of water remains, assuming that this is the lotus leaf. Assuming that this is a lotus leaf, the camera can catch it. So, and some of the lotus leaf lean like that also, it lean like something like that, So a drop of water pop in there, and then comes the wind, blowing of the breeze, and the lotus leaf is going and coming. Is going and coming, and as the lotus leaf shakes a little, then this water in the lotus leaf is going hittering and tittering, going and coming, back and forth. A little harder wind pops, and this water roll out. Kamala Dala Jala Jivana, Jiva, the Atma, the soul that is present within this body, is hittering and tittering like that drop of water on a lotus petal. It can pop out any moment. And we are finished. It's dead. We are finished. So what the final line of part 3 is saying, Bhajahu Haripada Nitire. Bhajahu Haripada. Very nice word. Bhaja, glorify, worship. Hari, Lord Hari or Krishna, the one who takes away all of our suffering, all our miseries. Worship His divine feet. Nitiri. Bhajahu Haripada Nitiri. That my dear. Therefore, he said, therefore you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala.
Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala.
Bhajahu Haripada Nitire.
Bhajahu Haripada Nitire.
And listen to the last part of the bhajan. Shavana Kirtana Smarana Vandan Pada Sevana Dasyare.
Shavana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevana Dasyare.
Pujana Sakhi Jana Atmani Vedana.
Pujana Sakhi Jana Atmani Vedana.
Govinda Dasa Vilasare,
Govinda Rasa Vilasare.
He's saying, oh my dear, it is a desire of all of us to always engage in the 9 processes of bhakti, in the 9 processes of devotion. Namely, hearing the glories of Lord Hari and chanting those glories, constantly remembering Him and offering prayers to Him, serving the Lord's lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as a servant, serving Him as a friend, as Arjuna did. And finally, Atmani Vedana means in full love for the Supreme Lord. In full love, one completely surrender. Just like when there is, so to speak, full love between boy and girl, they surrender to one another. That, my dear, I will do any and everything. I will even give up my life for you. No issue, no problem. Of course, all of that is still within the material realm. All of that have its limitation. But on the absolute plane, on the transcendental plane, on the spiritual platform, one will actually do that. When one in full love with the Supreme, one will ready to do any and everything. Pujana Sakhi Jana Atma Nivedana,
Pujana Sakhi Jana Atma Nivedana,
Govinda Dasa Vilasare,
Govinda Dasa Vilasare,
Bhajahure Mana Srinandanandan, Abhaya Charana Ravindare,
Bhajahure Mana Srinandanandan, Abhaya Charana Ravindare,
Dulabha Manava Janama Satsange,
Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange,
Tarahure Baba Sindare,
Tarahure Baba Sindare,
Bhajahure Mana Srinandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare,
Bhajahure Mana Srinandanandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Bhajahure Mana Srinandanandana, charanara vindare.
Bhaja Hare Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. So at least let us remember Sri Nanda Nandana, which is famous, the son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna. Secondly, let us remember Abhaya Charanara Vrindari. By worshipping, or by surrendering, or by bowing down at the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, gradually we will become fearless. Because even fear personified, flee. I probably was attempt to say, flee in fear at the lotus feet of the son of Nanda. So you can take it in that way also. So I'd like to humbly request the boys to do the students from the ashram here, to do the 9th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita for us. To recite the 9th chapter means the Sanskrit and the translation. The 9th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita is described as being the most confidential knowledge. There is, in the meantime they are getting ready, I'll give you a quick highlight of the names of the chapters of the Bhagavad-Gita. Chapter 1, Observing the Army and the Battlefield of Kurukshetra. Chapter 2, Contents of the Gita summarized. Chapter 3, Karma Yoga. Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, and see the progression. Chapter 5, Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness. Chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga. Chapter 7, Knowledge of the Absolute. Chapter 8, Attaining the Supreme. And chapter 9, Most Confidential Knowledge. Chapter 10, The Uplands of the Absolute. 11, The Universal Form. 12, Devotional Service, Bhakti Yoga. 13, Nature, the Enjoyer, and Consciousness. 14, The Three Modes of Material Nature. 15, Purushottama Yoga, the Yoga of the Supreme Person. Chapter 16, The Divine and Demonic Qualities, Demonic Natures. Chapter 17, The Divisions of Fate. And chapter 18, Conclusion, the Perfection of Renunciation. So those are the name of the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. And think why the most confidential knowledge happens to come in the middle. Chapter 9. Describe the most confidential knowledge as if it is being protected from the front, from 1 to 8, and from the back, from 18 to 10. The most confidential knowledge. So this chapter is very powerful, and this most confidential knowledge as an offering, continued offering to our dear sister who would have departed a year ago, the sister-in-law of our dear Bhaiji Prakash. And this morning we are also offering prayers for one of our dear sister, one of the daughter of Mr. Sukraj from Sukraj store in Georgetown. I was at the store yesterday, and the family said to me, out of 7 children, this one daughter who lives in the US is the best. Out of 7 children, she is the best, the goodest, best character, most obedient, everything, the best. And lo and behold, it is confirmed that she is diagnosed with this rarest of all rare cancer. As if the way that they are describing it to me, as if there is no turning back. So they're saying, Prabhu, please offer some prayers, on behalf of my daughter or sister, and like that. So we'll be doing on behalf of the daughter of Mr. Sukraj, the 8th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita. And also we have with us Sister Mala, the Dharmapatni of our dear Uncle Mike, as we would have lovingly say, Mr. Lekram Singh, who would have also departed a few weeks ago. We just did the final rites 2 weeks ago. Mataji are here to join us in satsang this morning. So we also offer this entire 9th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, first of all to the 2 children and Mataji, and then they will offer it to her husband and for the children to their father. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udidayat Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Bande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam. Hare Krishna. So we can all listen. The 9th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshamyanasuyave Jnanam vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase shubhat.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence.
Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyakshavagaman Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Avyayam.
This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting, and it is joyfully performed.
Ashraddadanaha Purusha Dharmasya Syaparantapa Aprapyamam Nivartante Mritya Samsara Vatmani.
Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemies. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world.
Maya tatam idam sarvam jagaravyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani nachaham teshavasthita.
By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them.
Nachamatstani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhuta bhrinna cha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavana.
And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation, for myself is the very source of creation.
Yathakasha sthito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan tatah sarvani bhutani Matstani Upadharaya.
Understand that as the mighty wind, blowing everywhere, rest always in the sky, all created beings rest in me.
Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Mamikam Kalpakshaye Punastani Kalpadau Visrajamyaham.
O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again.
Prakritim Swamavashtabhya Visrajami Punah Punah Bhutagramamimam Kritsnam Avasham Prakritir Vashat.
The whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again, and under my will, it is annihilated at the end.
Nachamam tani karmani nivadhanti dhananjaya udasina vadasinam asaktam teshu karmasu.
O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral.
Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate.
This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again.
Avajananti mamudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavamajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram.
Fools deride me when I descend in a human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be.
Moghasha mogha karmano mogha jnana vichetasa rakshasi masurim chaiva prakritim mohinim shritaha.
Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by the demonic and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated.
Mahatmanastu mam partha devim prakritim ashrita bhajanti nanya manaso yatva bhutadim avyayam.
O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible.
Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavratah namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate.
Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, these great souls perpetually worship me with devotion.
Yana yajnena chapyanye yajanto mam upasate ekatvena prithakvena bahudha vishvato mukham.
Others, who engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge, worship the Supreme Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in many and in the universal form.
Aham kraturaham yajna swadaham maham aushadam mantroham mahamevajam aham agniraham hutam.
But it is I who am the ritual, I the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant. I am the butter and the fire and the offering.
Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha vedyam pavitram omkara riksamaya jurevacha.
I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also the Rig, the Sama, and the Yajur Vedas.
Gatir bharata prabhu sakshi nivasa sharanam suhrit prabhavah pralayah stanam nidhanam bijam avyayam.
I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed.
तपाम्यहं महं वर्षं निघ्ृणामि उत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सरसक्चाहमर्जुन.
O Arjuna, I give heat and I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality and I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me.
त्रैविद्यमां सोमपाह पूतपाप यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देव भोगान्.
Those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights.
ते तं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालं क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति. एवं त्रयी धर्ममनुप्रपन्ना गतागतं कामकामा लभन्ते.
When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure, and the results of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death.
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्.
But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have.
येऽपि अन्या देवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विता तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्य विधिपूर्वकम्.
Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
अहं हि सर्वयज्ञानां भोक्ता च प्रभुरेव च न तु मामभिजानन्ति तत्त्वेनातश्च्यवन्ति ते.
I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down.
यान्ति देवा व्रता देवान् पितॄन्यान्ति पितृव्रता भूतानि यान्ति भूतेज यान्ति मद्याजिनोऽपि माम्.
Those who worship the devatas will take birth among the devatas. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me.
पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपहृतम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः.
If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it.
यत्करोषि यदश्नासि यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्.
Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me.
शुभाशुभफलैरेवं मोक्षसे कर्मबन्धने सन्न्यासयोगयुक्तात्मा विमुक्तो मामुपैष्यसि.
In this way, you will be freed from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. With your mind fixed on me in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me.
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रिय ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्.
I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders a service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him.
अपि चेत् सुदुराचारो भजते मामनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्य सम्यग् व्यवसितो हि स.
Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination.
क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शाश्वतशान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेया प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति.
He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes.
Mam hi partha vipashritya epi syuh papayonayah striyo vaishastata shudras tepi yanti parangatim.
O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas and Shudras, can attain the supreme destination.
Kim punar brahmanah punya bhakta rajarshayastata anityam asukam lokam imam prapya bhajasva mam.
How much more this is so of the righteous Brahmanas, the devotees, and the saintly kings. Therefore, having come to this temporary, miserable world, engage in loving service unto me.
Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mami vaishyasi yuktva atmanam matparayana.
Engage your mind always in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me, and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki, Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki, Hare Krishna. So that was nicely done by the boys of the ashram. Entire 9th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita as a complete offering to all wonderful personalities. Uncle Mike, the daughter of Mr. Sukraj, and of course to the family back in India, and to the deceased, the departed soul, a mother who would have given up her body a year ago. Those verses are extremely powerful verses that when it's been done on one's individual behalf, one has been blessed immensely. When it's been done on behalf of anyone else, the same blessings are there. It is none different. So it is described that if one recite the 9th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita continuously, day in, day out, one will be free from so many adversities, so many hurdles, so many difficulties, which would have been the resultant reactions of our past karma. When our past karma unfold in this life, based on what we would have done previously, we lament, we are disturbed. Sometimes, most of the time, we don't have answers. We become frustrated. It is very painful. People take to all kinds of healing, and when tablets cannot work apparently anymore, they go to faith healers, or they go to the bush doctor, they said. In Sanatan Dharma, in Hinduism, they said you go to the Baba to do a reading, to open the book. They say you go to open book. Go to open book means, Baba, please see what planet, what is happening. So the Baba will check, the Pandit will check and said that, my dear, you're going through this gra or that gra, and you have to do this puja and the other puja and the other one. So all that is good. But really and truly, what is happening is that we are getting the result of what we are actually paying back. We are paying back the price for what we have gotten wrong previously. Just like we are proudly reaping the good. We do not go to the Baba. We do not complain. We rejoice. We are happy. We are satisfied. We are peaceful. When or while we are reaping the good karma that we have performed previously. We don't go to the Baba and say, Baba, I'm terrified. I'm really concerned that, things are going too good in my life. Please open book and see what I should do. No, we don't do that. We run on the good karma. We flow on the good karma. But if we are smart, we should know that this shower, that this storm will over with very soon. Or this calm, this peace will over with very soon, and that there will be storm, there will be tornado, there will be shower. So let me not become, that I do not become unnecessarily carried away. With folded hand, with a grateful heart, I know that, my dear Lord, this karma, this good karma, this bliss, this happiness that I am experiencing now would have came out of great, huge sacrifice, great endeavor. Who knows how much sweat and tears it would have caused me, how much inconvenience it would have caused me previously to perform those good karma. Maybe we had made great sacrifice, great huge amount of sacrifices. Like you go to India and you see, the people in the villages. Parthasarthi Prabhu here, he can tell you. Maybe 300 to 500 rupees, a family, wife, husband, 3-4 children, a family of 5 or 6. That's all they have in terms of money. 300 to 500 rupees. And you know what? The level of sacrifice that they will perform? Prakashji are here also, he can tell you. The people will use that on an auspicious day to go on the most difficult journey, the crowded trains in India. They will spend that money to go at a distance to the mandir, to a holy place on pilgrimage. And they will spend all that money out. That is sacrifice. That is what we are saying. We don't know what we have done to accumulate this little good karma. So with a grateful heart, rather than becomes overly carried away, that my dear Lord, thank you. I am grateful. But most grateful, I want to be, my dear Lord, that you please show me the way, that I can continue to perform good, that I can continue to be enlightened in this life, to perform those good karma, so that, my dear Lord, never ever again, in lifetime after lifetime, that I will have to experience the bad results of my misdeeds, of my bad karma. No, I will only be enjoying and living a life of good karma. Because in this life, I have only done good. I haven't done a single bad. So the Lord can bless us while we are experiencing, going through those blissful, those happy days, can show us the way to engage, to execute, to perform good karma. That's the saving grace. That is the saving grace. So Bhagavat is saying, here's a verse from Srimad Bhagavat Puran, and this is especially in these occasions It is nice to refresh our memory, our thinking, our hearing of these verses. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 14, Text 8. Sachisuta, you have a Srimad Bhagavatam there? You have any canto of Srimad Bhagavatam? So we are not, Chris, we are not in the High Court, right? You get used to see this in the High Court, you know. The judges and the lawyers, they will quote from the law book, you know, just like we said, Canto 10, Chapter 14, Text 8. So if you want to know what is Srimad Bhagavatam, this is Srimad Bhagavatam. This is, you know, what Srimad Bhagavatam look like. So it is 1 in Canto 1, this is 4. So there's Canto 1 to 12. So 1 have 1 book, 2 have one chapter, Canto 2 is 1 book, Canto 3 is 2 books, thick book like this. 4 is 2 thick book like this also, like this is Canto 4, Part 2. Canto 4, Part 2. Probably you can see it on the, you know, you can see there on the screen. Canto 4, Part 2. 5 is 1 book, 6 is 1 book, 7 is 1 book, 8 is 1 book, 9 is 1 book, 10 is 4 books. Because Canto 10 means the entire Krishna Leela. From before Krishna's advent until his disappearance. 84, you know, chapters are there. So 4 books. And then 11 is 2 books and 12 is 1 book. So 18 volumes, you know, of Srimad Bhagavatam, 18,000 slokas. It is not too big like the textbooks and the law books and the medical books that you have to study. No, it's not as big as that. And Bhagavad-Gita is just 700 verses. So don't think it is too big. So yes, Canto 10, Chapter 14, Text 8. Tate anukampam shushumekshamano Bhunjana eva kritam vipakam Hidvagva purbir vedadan namaste Jivitaya mukti pade sadayabha Tate anukampam shushumekshamano Bhunjana eva atma kritam vipakam Idvagva purbir vedadan namaste Jivitaya mukti pade sadayabha. A translation. Lord Brahma offering prayers to Lord Vishnu. Lord Brahma is the father of this creation, the creation of the material universe. Lord Brahma says, my dear Lord, one who honestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him/her, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. Like an obedient son, an obedient prince, becomes the rightful claim to the kingdom. Just be obedient. So someone who is obedient to the Supreme Lord, he becomes eligible for liberation, for he has earned it. It becomes his rightful claim. Benediction of the Lord are there. So these are very potent devotional activities. I think, I don't know about you, but I think we had an amazing morning. I had an engagement this morning, an engagement ceremony. I started out this morning with an engagement ceremony, the earliest engagement ceremony I ever done at 8 a.m. in the morning. And then, of course, we start this session with Guru Puja, worshipping the spiritual master, offering our homage to the spiritual master. Only by the blessings of the spiritual master that anything is possible in devotional service. So we offer our obeisances and we worship the spiritual master, not as God, but as good as God. Because the spiritual master delivers gods to us, or deliver us to God. There's a position of the guru, the spiritual master. It have to be, of course, a real guru. No show battle guru. You know what is show battle guru? You don't know. So you go into the liquor store and you see in Guyanese term, I don't know what Jitesh and maybe in Trinidad term also is the same thing. So because in Guyana and Trinidad, Suriname, they have Maharaja liquor restaurant and bar. They have Sita's bar, Ram's bar, Hanuman's bar. Very unique, very unique. You go into those liquor restaurant and you look on the shelf, so there's quarter bottle rum, El Dorado, 5-year, 15-year, 20-year, I don't know how much year old rum they have, and this vodka. So they have quarter bottle, half bottle, large bottle, and they have 40-ounce bottle. So those are the ones with the rum. Okay? And the beer and whatever they have. But there are some other bottles, all sort of bottles that they line off on the shelf. So those are called show bottles. They're just there to show. There's nothing really inside of them. So sometimes there is guru like that. It is said that even Indira Gandhi had a guru. Yes, Prakashji are learning. You leave India and come to Guyana, Hare Krishna Study Center to learn. Indira Gandhi, yes, she had a guru. But guru means heavy. Guru means to cut. Guru means to instruct. Guru doesn't mean show battle. Guru means to receive instructions, not to give instructions. So you know why we say Indira Gandhi also, she had a guru? When the guru is supposed to instruct her, she was instructing the guru. Too bad. When the disciple attempt to instruct the guru, that is doomsday. It's finished. No good. So Guru Puja. Then Tulsi Puja, worshipping of Tulsi Devi. She is called Bhakti Devi. By her blessings, only by her blessings that we can receive bhakti, devotion. Without the blessings of Tulsi Devi, we cannot get bhakti, love for Krishna. No devotion for Krishna. She reserved the rights to grant bhakti to any living entity. Therefore, again, we adore and beg and pray for the blessings and the mercy and the entrance by her blessings, that we get the entrance into engaging in bhakti, in a loving service of the Lord. And then comes kirtan, glorification of the name of the Lord with musical instrument, kirtan bhajan, glorifying the Lord. Then katha, hearing the glories of the Lord. Of course, this morning we went ahead with the bhajan, and then you heard the entire, 9th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, which is, we already said, very auspicious. So I think you had a power pack morning. You need nothing more. You need not hear me to bore you anymore. I think to top it all, like the icing on the cake, or the cherry on top of the icing maybe, will beg you to please stand and surprise yourself in the beautiful darshan of their Lordship, Shri Shri Paramakana Nitai Gaura Chandra. We all get used to screen, we know that, so don't surprise yourself with the screen. I saw, sometime I go to the back of the temple room these days, just to observe what is happening. So previously, before this screen was there, before this projector and this screen was there, then everybody comes to the temple, they want to take darshan of the Lord. And taking darshan of the Lord, after you bow down, and you bow your head at least, or you go to the ground and you raise up, your eyes are ballooned with the full blessings of the Lord. You see, at a glance, you see the whole altar, and then you see the murtis, and you see all the pictures and everything. So after we would have done that, the real darshan is that you start from the lotus feet of the Lord. So you meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord, and then you go in up like that, to his knees, to his thighs, to his body, to his shoulder, to his neck, and then the lotus face of the Lord. Devotees do not go directly to the face of the Lord. They go to the feet of the Lord first. That is why it says, bow down at the lotus feet of the Lord. Take the dust of the feet of if we can get the dust of the feet of the dust from the Lord's feet on our head, we would have achieved the highest perfection that anyone can achieve in life. Receiving the dust, getting the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord on our head. That is why Charanamrita that comes out when they bathe the Lord's body, because that water flows down the Lord's body and flows out from his feet and go into a little container. That is called Charanamrita. That is Ganga. What is Ganga? Ganga is when Lord Vishnu, in the form of Vamandev, made his second step and pierced the covering of the universe. His toe, I don't know if it's from where Hari Kirtan? Is the toe of the right or the left feet, or it doesn't matter for the Lord? For the Lord, it doesn't matter. So whichever feet pierced the covering of the universe, and Ganga flows, washing the feet of the Lord. Until today, one goes and take a dip into the Ganga, into the Ganges, and it's considered to be the most sacred, holiest of all holy bath that one can take, even after so many hundreds and thousands of years. That's how powerful it is. So let us all please stand and take full darshan of their Lordship. If you like to come forward closer, no issue. Prabhus don't block the cameras, but you can also come forward a little. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki, their Lordship Shri Shri Paramakana Nitai Gaura Chandra ki. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Parama Karuna Nitai Gaura Chandra, Jaya Parama Karuna Nitai Gaura Chandra. Jai Shri Shri Parama Karuna Nitai Gaura Chandra. Nama Om विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे। Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda.
Jaya 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 Gaura Nityananda.
Jaya Gaura Nityananda.
Jaya Gaura Nityananda.
Jaya Gaura Nityananda.
Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Gaura Hari. Gaura Hari. Jaya Gaura Hari.
Jaya Gaura Hare. Jaya Gaura Hare. Gaura Hare. Jaya Gaura Hare.
Jaya Gaura Hari. Gaura Hari. Gaura Hari. Jaya Gaura Hari.
Jaya Gaura Hare. Jaya Gaura Hare. Gaura Hare. Jaya Gaura Hare.
Jaya Parama Karuna Nitai Gaura Chandra. Jaya Parama Karuna Nitai Gaura Chandra.
Jaya Paramakaruna Jaya Nitai Gaurachandra Jaya Paramakaruna Jaya Nitai Gaurachandra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Jaya Padma Karuna Jaya Nitya Gaur Chandra Jaya Padma Karuna Jaya Nitya Gaura Chandra Jaya Padma Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya O Nitya Gaura Haribo 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 Nitya Gaura Haribo Nitya Haribo Haribo Nitya Gaura O Nitya Gaura Haribo 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 Nitya Gaura Haribo Nitya Haribo Haribo Nitya Gaura Haribo
Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Padakacharya Astotastasi Samadhis Vanges A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Padakacharya Astotastasi Samadhis Vanges Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Ki Anant Godi Vaishnavinda Ki ISKCON Foundacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Mathuram Ki Jai Bharat Maranga Ki Jai Sama Veda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the Sum of devotees. All glories to the Sum of devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu Ki.
Narasrimhaya Praladaladaranaine Hiranyakashipodvakshaha Silatankanakalaine Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimha Bahe Narsimha Hirahe Narsimha Narasringamarem Sharana Prabhare Tava Karakama Lavare Naga Adbhuta Srimha Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tano Brahma Vesavadeta Narahari Ropa Jaya Jagare Shahare Jaya Jagare Shahare Jaya Jagadish Hare. Apakara kamala vare naka adbhuta srimha dalita hiranya kashipu tanovrena keshavadeta narahari rupa jaya jagari Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Narsimhadev, 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 Jaya Narsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, their Lordship Sri Sri Paramakana Nitai Gaura Chandra ki. So Hare Krishna, we want to once again take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you to being here with us this morning for our Sunday Love Feast. We do hope that with the Kirtan and Gita and everything else, and the Artik, everything else that you would have experienced this morning would have been one that you feel inspired, you feel enlivened, you feel enlightened. And we do beg of you to please let us congregate as much as possible. Same thing goes on every Sunday morning from 10 to 12:30. You're always welcome as much as possible. Bring your friends, bring your family members, bring your relatives. And let us make it more and more a special occasion every Sunday morning, or at least come and take a hot lunch with us, we say. At least come and take a hot lunch with us. So this morning we want to also acknowledge all the devotees who would have participated in making different offerings, different services, the cooks, the cleaners, the washers, the pujaris, the kirtanias, and everyone else who would have participated, those who pick the flowers and make the garlands. Let us put our hands together for all those wonderful devotees. Thank you very much. Just a few announcements that we would like to make. First of all, today's Sunday Love Feast. It has been sponsored on behalf of our dear Seema Devi, the Bauji of our dear Prakashji, and of course the daughter is here also, the daughter of Seema Devi. A year ago, as we would have mentioned quite a few times, she would have leave the physical body or the physical world as she journeyed to her onward destination. The 1 year Shraddha ceremony is important, and also I hope that it will continue year after year. Why precisely 1 year? And of course it is done before the 1 year, it's done during the 11th month, because it is said that for parents who would have passed away and the soul are in some heavenly region like Pitrilok or different heavenly planets, they need these offerings. And what it means is that one day in the heavenly planets is 6 months on the earthly planet. That is every day, which calculate from 6 to 6, every 12 hours. And similarly the night is the same. So which means within 124 hours in the heavenly planets, a year elapsed on the earthly planet. Well, because the forefathers are there, our parents and our forefathers are there, so they receive this offering every day. They are receiving an offering every day. So we like to beg for the blessings of their Lordship, Sri Sri Paramakarna Nitai Gaurachandra, ISKCON Founder Acharya, and of course all of us, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, devotees of the Lord, to continue to bless such a wonderful mother, such a wonderful soul, Seema Devi, that she will progress and she will continue to execute devotional service unto the lotus feet of the Lord, where finally the soul will return back home, back to the kingdom of God, attain full moksha, full liberation, and it will be forever happy, engaging in the transcendental loving service of Sri Sri Radha and Shyam. So thank you, Prakashji, to take the opportunity to sponsor the feast this morning that was prepared nicely and offered to the Lord. We beg of you that when you take prasadam, you offer your blessings. Even though we don't physically know the individual, we can still offer our blessings with every mouthful of grains that we take. Also, this morning we want to appreciate and say thank you to our dear Mala to come here and attend the entire function on behalf of your good husband, Mr. Lekram Singh, Uncle Mike. It means a lot. It shows the family simplicity, your devotion and your commitment to him. That this is mostly what you can do. You can hear Gita, you can hear Kirtan, at least, all these months to come on his behalf. So in this way you continue to make your offering, you offer your devotion and your love and affection, all that you would have had in abundance for him. Actually, now is the real time to make those offerings. This is the real time. So we do hope that your stay here with us for a few hours this morning would have been one that is inspiring, one that is blissful, one that you're happy about. And of course, we also are happy to continue to assist the family in making these offerings. On Tuesday coming, we'll be observing Akshaya Tritiya Day. I hope that Hari Kirtan will be sending out some highlights on the importance of Akshaya Tritiya. It's one of those special auspicious day. It's not like an auspicious day like Ram Navami or Janmashtami, but one of those special auspicious day. Akshaya Tritiya is a day to give charity, is a day to receive charity, is a day to perform puja, is a day for perform havan, sacrifices, or if you're in this time of your life to acquire something new, this is the day to do it. Entering into household life, this is the day to do it. So Akshaya Tritiya 2022 is on May 3rd, which is on Tuesday coming. And I don't know what kind of good karma we came with at this part of the world. That this morning I was jokingly saying that it seems I am becoming an international priest, you know. So this engagement ceremony we did this morning for your Prakash, his friend Pawan from India, girl from Guyana. And on Tuesday afternoon, we are going to perform a wedding here. We're going to do a wedding here at the temple. Boy from Suriname/Holland, girl from TT, Trinidad and Tobago. And the wedding will be done at the Hare Krishna Study Center right here in Georgetown, Guyana. So on behalf of the parents of the bride-to-be, both parents just came in from Trinidad, on behalf of Jitesh and Rekha. The ceremony will be 2 p.m. on Tuesday evening, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday the 3rd of May. And I would like to humbly request Jitesh and Rekha to please come forward here. They would like to tell you themselves what they would like to say. Let's hear. So this is pre-wedding. So pre-wedding means begging for blessings and cooperations. Blessings and cooperations. So
Hare Krishna. On behalf of my fiancé and I, we would like to express gratitude towards the members of this mandir for allowing us the opportunity to get married at this temple on Tuesdays. Meals will be prepared for everyone. The ceremony is at 2 p.m. and we would like to invite everyone to attend and partake in the food that will be prepared by the members of this mandir. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So the idea is that they're inviting, of course, we need the cooperation of all the devotees and everyone else. As usual, wedding means quite a bit to put together. So it means decorating, cleaning, cooking, cutting of vegetables, washing, kirtanyas, song system. The family of Jitesh, they are back in Holland. So live stream, all that will have to go on. It's a working day, of course. It will be the first working day of the week. So we do hope that some of the devotees can make a little endeavor to see through the ceremony nicely with our cooperation, and of course attend and participate in the feast, as Rekha ji was alluding us to. So thank you both Jitesh and Rekha, along with your parents. The Rekha's parents and other relatives will be here also. So without any further ado, we would like to invite everyone for Bhojan, Prasadam. You can please go down the stair, under the step, there is a sink. You can wash your hands nicely, and the devotees will be in the Bhojan hall, in the Bhojan stali, to serve you nicely. Please take Prasadam into your fullest satisfaction. Srila Prabhupada ki, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,